online Liz Guthridge, who is a change leadership and change communication consultant. She is one of the featured speakers at the 2011 Association for Change Management Professionals Conference in Florida, which has a pretty elite group of people that are coming to attend. So I'm looking forward to hearing all she has to say. What has been your foundational experience, the roots of your own change work?
Well, I'm probably kind of unusual in that I view Elizabeth Taylor and Tennessee Williams as my change muses. And how this came about was when I was young, my parents wanted to call me Beth. Mm-hmm. And then I read Louisa May Alcott's book, Little Women, and Beth was the youngest sister who was quite sweet, quite sickly, and she died. Mm-hmm. And I said, I cannot be Beth anymore. Mm-hmm. So I decided I had to change my name, and I wasn't too sure what to change it to. And I was also a big reader of Tennessee Williams. I really liked a bunch of his plays, and I really, really liked Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. And so certainly Maggie was not an appropriate name for Elizabeth, a nickname for Elizabeth, but Liz was. So Liz Taylor, and because Liz Taylor was so well known, she became my anchor that I could convince people that I was more like a lively Liz than a dead Beth. Mm-hmm. And so I was quite successful at changing my name, and I was quite proud of myself. And then I got diverted into the world of literature and the world of journalism. And then in college, I was exposed to organizational effectiveness, and I really, really gravitated toward that. So Ed Lawler and David Nadler, with their motivational theory and David's congruence model, really became my inspiration in that arena. And then I also had the wonderful fortune to work for David Nadler years later. I've also enjoyed and really appreciate John Cotter's 8-step model. Mm-hmm. And especially as somebody who comes at this from communication, I mean, all of his 8 steps have a communication stronghold. And then in more recent years, the Heath brothers, Dan and Chip, with their work around switch and the mm-hmm. idea that change really is each one of us. And we had this tension between the rational and the emotional mind. And it's really important for leaders and others to provide that path to give us direction. And so I would say as a practitioner of change management, I'm really model agnostic because I will tend to work with the model that my client has gravitated toward. It could be for a variety of reasons. And then I will use that model and then just bring in things that I think are appropriate for the situation.
Mm-hmm. Great. So a lot of flexibility, but there's certain things that have been imprinted, so you have that in your toolbox, and then working with the client. Okay, great. Also good to know that you have a presence on Twitter. For those of you who like Twitter, your preferences are for the Twitter and the LinkedIn, as well as your flagship website. Have a great change management day then.
Thank you.